Hey guys, it's Michael. I have very surprising news for you on the second stimulus check and second stimulus package. In today's video, we're going to go over how Senate Republicans just announced that they're planning to introduce the second stimulus bill by the end of the day today. We have reports of exactly what will be in this bill, so I'll break all of that down. But also make sure to stick around until the end of today's video because there is some bad news as well of some things that are excluded from this next bill. But before we get started, it would really mean a lot if you could like the video down below and subscribe to my channel so you could stay up to date on the second stimulus check, second stimulus package, as well as other news updates. It currently says that 70% of you who watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel, so make sure to subscribe so you can be notified when new videos come out. Also, don't forget, you get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. People have been telling me they've been getting hundreds of dollars in free stocks, so let me know which stocks you get. Also, you can get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investment app as well. So Senate Republicans plan to introduce a scaled back stimulus bill amid the standoff over a new virus relief plan that's dragged on for weeks, according to 2 Senate Republican aides, and they're scheduled to announce this by the end of the day today. According to an anonymous White House source, the latest GOP virus relief bill that they're going to announce is expected to include a $300 per week in boosted unemployment benefits that will last until December 27th, another round of money for the Paycheck Protection Program and small business aid, additional funds for the US Postal Service, as well as liability protections. The proposal is also expected to include money for education and testing. GOP aides indicated late in the day yesterday that this skinny bill would include $10 billion for the United States Postal Service, which is what Stephen Mnuchin and Mark Meadows had agreed to in talks last week with Democratic negotiators Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. Ultimately, this bill would represent a slimmed down version of the $1 trillion legislation bill that the GOP senators introduced with the HEALS Act a couple of weeks ago, and as a counterpoint to the $3.5 trillion bill that the Democrats proposed with the HEROES Act in May. According to Senate leadership, they told GOP aides on a call Monday afternoon that the text would be released within the next 24 to 48 hours. So this is really great news. We're seeing that Congress is coming back to Washington, and now they have a new bill scheduled to be officially proposed in the next day or two. However, it is not all great news because this bill is missing some key aspects in stimulus that I'll go over later in the video. The new bill comes just as the House has announced that it's coming back from recess, and it is preparing to have a rare Saturday vote on legislation that would provide $25 billion to the U.S. Postal Service. Democrats are seeking to bolster the USPS ahead of the November election to ensure that the ballots are accurate and that they arrive to people's homes on time. And there's been a lot of controversy over cost-cutting changes that have been implemented in the United States Postal Service, so that is why they are coming back, and I've addressed this in previous videos. Federal Reserve officials, economists, governors, and mayors all across the country say that much of the stimulus that was passed in the CARES Act has already been exhausted and is long gone. And they explain how the risk to the U.S. economy grows every day that goes by without the next stimulus bill being passed. So now that is great news. We know a new bill is set to be proposed by the Senate Republicans later today or tomorrow. However, let's get into the bad news now. So bad news is that GOP aides who provided details of the expected bill made no mention of a $1,200 stimulus check. So I'm going to break all of this down. Multiple media outlets, including Politico, Wall Street Journal, Bloomberg, and The Hill, reported on what this new skinny GOP bill would include, and none of them made mention of a direct stimulus check. It is unusual and perplexing that a direct $1,200 stimulus check was not mentioned, and that they would exclude this from the next relief bill, considering that is one of the aspects that enjoyed broad bipartisan support. Democrats, Republicans, and the White House, that was one thing that they all agreed on, was a $1,200 check. So maybe they just didn't mention it because it already is agreed on, but it could be that they're not planning on including it at all. So while GOP aides' comments point to a second stimulus check being excluded from this new proposal. It is still an element in many of the discussions right now, so we can't officially count it out yet. When Mark Meadows, who was involved in crafting the new Republican plan, he spoke out just the other day, this weekend, and he said that the White House would be open to spending more than $10 billion on the United States Postal Service, but that in order for them to spend more than that $10 billion, he wanted other stimulus relief components bundled into a bill to fund the USPS, including a $1,200 stimulus check. So essentially, with how negotiations are looking right now, the Democrats are likely going to want to have a larger package than what the GOP Republicans in the Senate are set to propose later today. Democrats have wanted a $3 trillion bill, and Republicans wanted a $1 trillion bill. So they are $2 trillion apart. So if this bill that the Senate Republicans are planning to propose is going to be even smaller, then we could definitely expect some major components to be added to this bill that will be proposed, such as the $1,200 check. Also, in addition to this, since it is an election year, we can assume top officials will want to include direct stimulus measures because it will only help their chances of getting reelected. If they fail to include a $1,200 check in this next bill, a lot of top officials who are facing tough re-election campaigns, they're going to get voted out because people are not going to want to vote for them if they didn't pass more direct stimulus checks. That is a basic aspect that many people are expecting in the next relief bill. So the good news is that Senate Republicans are expected to propose a new bill by the end of the day today or tomorrow. The bad news is we didn't hear any specific mentions of a $1,200 stimulus check, but the one thing to keep in mind is that Mark Meadows said the only way they will pass more than $10 billion for the U.S. Postal Service is if they include a $1,200 check. So right now there's a lot of information going on. I hope you found this video helpful, and that is just a quick update on what is going on with the second stimulus check and second stimulus package. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below, and get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investment app as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.